Hi guys, and welcome to Premier Division Week 13, and we are back off the international break, and we start with the 12:45 kick-off tomorrow, which is Watford versus Man U. And we spoke before, about Watford, being quite defensive at home. They don't concede a lot of goals. They do have one or two goals in them as well, in games, but so do Man U. Let's make no mistake about it. Man U are no easy team. They're up there, they're about 2 points behind Man City and Arsenal. And I think this is going to be quite a good game tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that one. But I think it's going to be a tight game. I'm going to go Watford 1, Man U 1. I think Man U would be quite happy to go to Watford and get a point there. I definitely know that I was a couple of weeks ago. I've never got the 3 points. I was definitely happy to take a point before the ball was kicked. It's a very hard place to go to, Watford. So I think Man U will take that, being their away team, but we'll see how it goes. Then we move to the 3 o'clock kickoffs, and we start with Chelsea versus Norwich. Again, I kind of do feel sorry for Chelsea last week, or the week before rather. They absolutely battered Stoke. I think they ended up having like 22 attempts in the end, and they still ended up losing. I think it was 1-0 in the end, yeah. And you just think, I watched 100% Chelsea. I think Eunice, his name is, and he was like, "When we play bad, we lose. When we play good, we lose." And let's be honest. We've all been in that situation. Definitely as an Arsenal fan, I've definitely been in that situation more than once. When you play well, you lose, and when you play bad, you lose, and sometimes when you play bad, you win, and you're like, how? But things are just not going right for Chelsea at the moment. And again, Norwich is not going to be an easy game. Norwich will have a go. They'll have a really good go at Chelsea tomorrow, and I think they might get something as well. It's the best time to play Chelsea for anybody at the moment. It's the best time to play Chelsea, and I'm going to go Chelsea 1, Norwich 1. I don't think Chelsea are going to be very happy to take that, but Norwich will definitely snap the hand off for that one. But we'll see how it goes. Then we have West Brom versus Arsenal. And before the international break, we had the North London derby. It was absolutely terrible on Arsenal's behalf. Did not turn up to that whatsoever. Arsenal were absolutely garbage, and very lucky to get a point in the end, actually, because I think that Spurs were the much better team. Not very often I would say that when it comes to the North London derbies. I can't remember many times Arsenal didn't turn up. Let's not forget, I don't want to make excuses for the team, but losing 5-1, which we did to Bayern Munich on that Wednesday before going up to the North London derby, that would have took a lot out of us and took a lot of confidence out of us as well. As I say, I don't like to look for too many excuses, but that can be one thing that I can dwell on. But as I say, at a professional level, you should be able to overcome that, and they should have been up for the derby. There wasn't. We did get the point. We are still level with Manchester City, and I don't want to knock West Bromwich Albion because again, it's a very hard place to go to. Not a lot of teams are going to get many things this year. We saw Everton, come back from a 3-2 win. That was fantastic for them. But as you see, it's very hard. No easy wins there. I do think with the talent that Arsenal have got, and I think they do turn up with the right frame of mind, that we can win quite comfortably. But the game itself will be quite hard. But scoreline, I'm going to go West Brom 0, Arsenal 2. As I say, Petr Cech's still looking to level David James' record in the clean sheets. I hope he can get that tomorrow. And as I say, if Arsenal turn up with the right attitude, I think they can win quite comfortably. But it will be a tough game, locked in possession and on the whole. Then we have Swansea versus Bournemouth. Again, that's going to be quite a good entertaining game. But I think with Swansea being the home team, I do think they should be the stronger team as well in this game. And I've gone Swansea 2, Bournemouth 0. Then we have Everton versus Aston Villa. Now, Villa, I think it was 2 weeks ago, they played quite well against Manchester City. Brad Cousin definitely kept them in that game. And they did look quite lively in parts against Tottenham as well, like the last 20 minutes against Tottenham. So Remy Gard really looks like he's done something there, and they look like they can maybe get out of trouble this year. I do think that Everton still will be too strong for them tomorrow, but I don't think they'll win it easily. But I've gone Everton 2, Villa 1. Then I've gone for quite another entertaining game. I've gone we have Newcastle versus Leicester. Quite an entertaining game, I think that'll be. So I've gone for an entertaining scoreline. I've gone Newcastle 2, Leicester 2. I can't remember many games this year where Leicester didn't actually score 2 goals. And Jamie Vardy as well, he's closing in on Ruud van Nistelrooy's record of sending club how many goals he scored in so many Premier League appearances. So it's all about records this weekend, hopefully. Then we have Southampton versus Stoke. Again, yeah, Stoke will be full of confidence, going into beating Chelsea 2 weeks ago. Southampton are starting to get their season going now. They've got some wins on the board. I do think it'll be quite a tight game tomorrow. I think Stoke are quite good at defending Southampton as well. So I've gone for a tight one. I've gone Southampton 1, Stoke 1. Then we have the 5:30 kickoff, which is Manchester City versus Liverpool. And again, no disrespect to Aston Villa, but Manchester City had a dreadful draw, against them a couple of weeks ago. As I said, Aston Villa did defend very well. They did play very well, and Brad Guzan did keep them in the game. But you'd expect the talent of Manchester City to be able to break that down, especially a team down the bottom, and win comfortably. They didn't, and I did think that Manchester City did play quite poor. Actually, I know they did have a couple of shots here and there, but it just wasn't the Manchester City that we can know and love. I don't know if that was the right word to be an Arsenal fan, but there you go. On the other hand, we have Liverpool. Jurgen Klopp, he really has turned them around. They do look quite entertaining, and it looks like they've worked on their defensive a little bit as well. I know they did concede against Chelsea, but they held the line and did end up winning 3-1 in the end. And they haven't conceded that many since Jurgen Klopp's been there. And I do fancy the chances tomorrow, Liverpool. So again, I've got Manchester City 1, Liverpool 1. Then we have one Sunday game, which is at 4 o'clock. We have a London derby. We have Spurs versus West Ham, and we all know West Ham are like, away from home. What they've been like, they've gone to Arsenal, they've gone to Manchester City, they've gone to Liverpool. I do think, I don't want to disrespect Spurs as well. Being an Arsenal fan, it is hard to give them credit, but I do have to give them credit. They have only lost one game this year. Tottenham, they are 11 games unbeaten now, and that is absolutely remarkable. And let's not forget, they lost by an own goal on the first game of the season against Manchester United. That is absolutely remarkable, to say the truth. And I do think that they can win on Sunday. So I've gone Spurs 2, West Ham 1. And then we have the Monday night football, which is Crystal Palace versus Sunderland. And I've gone for quite an easy win for Crystal Palace, because I've gone Crystal Palace 3, Sunderland 1. So that has been my predictions for this week, guys. Please do give that a thumbs up if you like it. Let's also remember that we did have the nasty, devastating tragedies of Paris last Friday. So hopefully, the players aren't too downhearted about that. I mean, we must remember. I know Arsenal's got some French players in the team. So we have Laurent Koscielny and Giroud, and there'll be some other French players. Martial for Manchester United as well. Schneiderlin, Lloris for Tottenham. So let's keep our thoughts with their prayers and families at this moment of time, because it is a devastating thing to happen, and hopefully they don't have their confidence knocked and it doesn't ruin the game. So I'll see you next week, guys, for next week's prediction. Thank you for watching, guys.